Welcome back, folks. I know, inflation, price increase, weird stuff. Where are the Commander collector boxes? Is the rumor and all this Fugazi bamboozle crap true that Wizards just dumped like 10,000 collector boxes on Amazon and just blew them all out and there's just none? Is that really what's going on? A lot of people said they bought those things at their local Amazon and their orders got canceled or the fulfillment date keeps getting pushed back. Where are the Commander collector boxes? Every single product that we've had these collector boxes at release, then they drip out the rest of the product a few weeks later and then it's out of print. Where are the Commander Legends? What's going on here? And is the rumors true? Did Wizards finally say, oh man, God, we're wrecking the secondary market. I guess we ought to kind of throttle it back. So is it true? Did they just cut the supply down by 50%? Because I haven't seen increased allocation numbers. I called other stores. I literally kind of, surveyed about 8 or 9 stores in the Florida, Georgia, Alabama, kind of southeast of the United States. And they said the numbers for pre-orders and allocations are about the same thing on Kaldheim as they were in Commander Legends. So Commander Legends collector boxes are what, $300 and above? With no sign of a restock coming? Now, originally, I thought it was like the Zendikar Rising collector boxes, where we had like a 4 or 5 week delay. For whatever the reason, they blamed it on the virus, they blamed it on, whatever stupid thing you want to blame it on, or simply put, the printers are backed up. There's always a reason of something going on. Whatever the real reason is, I have no idea. It's kind of irrelevant. But we're kind of past that 30 days of Commander Legends. We are literally in mid-January going towards February of 2021. Commander Legends came out, the end of November? So we're past the 30-day marker. Where are the boxes? And so let me just humor everybody I kind of find a little, let me just slow drip something on your face here. Think about this real quick. If it's true that the collector box supply has been reduced because of how much they're wrecking the secondary market, let's just humor this theory. Let's just pretend for a minute. Let's all hold hands and let's all prancer size in the park together. Seriously. If that's the case, have you seen Kaldheim collector box prices on eBay and TCG Player? You have these stores that do their typical blow them all out and just get rid of them, and they're going for like $210 a box. That's an incredibly good price. If this is true, we're gonna talk about both sides of the coin here. If this is true, and the supply situation has been adjusted, modified, ratcheted down, whatever cool fancy corporate word you want to use. If it's true, the supply has been reduced on collector boxes for Kaldheim, which started in Commander Legends and moving forward. That's a really big deal. That's an extremely big game changer for the market conditions of how these things are going to age moving forward and how people are going to perceive them and how stores are going to look at them and if stores are actually going to do a mass box opening. The only product of collector boxes recently that I know stores even did mass box openings on was Zendikar Rising, because of the quantity of expeditions created a very kind of a safety net for stores to do mass box openings on, which made sense because, again, if you get 2 non-foil expeditions in the collector box, then you get 1 to 3 foiled within the box. Geez, man, it's 3 to 6 expeditions a box. Holy crap. Even if they're $20-$30 a piece. Dude, as a store, you're putting like a minimum loss in place, even if you get bad pools. It's interesting. But now, I just don't get it. Did all of a sudden, did they quietly change this whole thing? And I just want to put this out here. It's something I've been kind of like emailing and asking about the llast 2 weeks, and I've been waiting for some sort of information. I got nothing. Got absolutely nothing. No feedback. No definitive. No finite answers. Just a bunch of just blah blah. Just bleh. I got a bunch of nothing. So that brings us to Kaldheim coming up here. Obviously, if you're not familiar by now, living under a rock, you got Rudy blocked on all the social media platforms that I don't use anyways. It appears that Wizards has ratcheted up the Kaldheim set boxes so that there wouldn't be a supply problem at the beginning like the Zendikar Rising set boxes, which is a good thing. You got a lot of stores and people panicking, saying, oh God, Rudy, the set boxes, they printed. There's actually enough to go around. Yeah, which means the price isn't going to spike to $150 to $200 in the short term on Kaldheim set boxes. That's a good thing. The set boxes, in my opinion, should be that. I don't think they should be over the 120, 130. That's the high end. Even at release, I think 120 is like the most a Kaldheim set box should be, even at release when the prices are inflated. You know, I think $100 is really low. I think 110 is probably that sweet spot for a set box at release. I think that's fair based on the value of the cards in the secondary market during allocation period. I think that's just normal. So if you haven't heard that, if you're just not aware of that, Wizards did increase and correct the supply problem for the first time on these set products. Also, if you're not aware and you've been living under a rock and all that fun stuff, Wizards has throttled back the draft boxes, the regular standard booster box, at least during allocation period, to kind of funnel the market to go after set and collector boxes to help stabilize. They've definitely been tweaking the numbers. And I just want to give you all my opinion. When Wizards tweaks things and reduces the print run of the collector boxes, they reduce the print run of the draft boxes, they uptick the print run of the set boxes. But I don't really think they upticked the set box print run. I think they just got it corrected because Zendikar had the problems. So when I see a situation like this is Wizards' way of telling me and all of us how they're trying to tweak the secondary market without actually saying that. That's kind of what I believe. When I see decisions and production shifts being made, it's Wizards trying to find that sweet spot on this new amount of products and things going on. It's the same thing. I hadn't even talked about the Kaldheim Commander, the little 2-deck set things. Again, I think these little Commander sets that are being released with each product, it's way better than Planeswalker and intro decks and all these stupid cheap things they would do for intros or Timmies or parents to buy for kids. And they don't really get much conversation or really topics. I've been, ever since even the Commander Legends Commander deck set, the Zendikar Rising Commander deck set, I actually think these products are actually pretty good. They're not overly expensive. Like, I'll sell them to the patrons just by the case. There's a 6-pack of them. And I can sell them by the case for like $110 or something, and it's not even a big deal, and it's not like it's like a $500, $1,000 purchase. It's a really nice product. Again, I still wish they'd make the product smaller and stop wasting the massive amount of cardboard and packaging. It's insane. But overall, I think the value for the product and the price point is actually very attractive. I think it's a good value point on the teeter-totter for price and reward. I actually think it's pretty good. But I just want to comment, like I said, the video, I hate to get off tangent here, but I just can't believe the collector box supply reduction that's going on. I don't know if it's accidental or intentional. I cannot get my finger on it. And watching the next 2 weeks now after this, like, they dumped, like, oh, by the way, we found 100 pallets of Commander Legends collector boxes, and watch the price go from like 300 to 200. And that could just be a hilarious, and you can make fun of me, but that may happen. I just can't believe we don't have that. There's no product in the supply chain. Blows my mind, completely blows my mind. But anyways, I wanted to point that out, and I wanted everybody out there just to be informed of what's going on here with the supply and the pricing, and how Wizards appears to be reducing supply numbers on all these ancillary products, the Commander deck sets, the collector boxes, and the regular draft booster boxes. And they finally corrected the set booster box for Kaldheim. The supply is actually where it should be. So you've got pretty much of the 4 product lines, you got 3 reductions, and you've got 1 item that's actually been corrected. That's kind of what I see moving forward into this. And it's interesting too, because Kaldheim isn't really, so far, I got another video coming on it, so I don't want to get too much into it, but so far I have not seen a lot of excitement towards it. It's a little surprisingly weak. I mean, the product doesn't feel weak, but the market's response feels weak. And I'm not sure if it's just fatigue of all the products. Is it just the side effect of the world and the economy right now? But I'm really surprised. Like, in an era where you have these massive inflationary prices on collectibles, this new Magic set, which actually looks pretty decent, I was looking at the prices and looking at the overall market, and it just, you know, from what I gather, it looks pretty good. I'm very excited to do the first few box openings, but holy smokes, where's the excitement? Am I missing something? Are we all waiting to see what like the home run big pull is of the product? So that's all I have to say. Final comment on the video. If this turns out to be true, where the Commander Legends collector boxes, there is no more, and the Kaldheim collector boxes is going to follow in the same path of a supply reduction, that is probably the largest game changer in sealed product collectability in the last 2 years that no one's even made a discussion or a topic on. That could be massive. That could be, I mean, I can't emphasize enough how big of a deal that would be for the secondary market moving forward when it goes out of print. Like, that's the biggest deal in 2 years. No joke.